highest export crop foreign exchange earner, the cocoa sector employs about 30% of the nation's population and serves as a major source of income for many households.
When I was harvesting every month, like if I harvest 5 bags per month and you multiply by 12 months, it means you get about 60 bags of cocoa times the price of the cocoa.
Okay.
So, this time is 475 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Times 60 bags, it's something. If you are not doing any work at all and you are a cocoa farmer and you manage to get this thing, you can stay.
Our forefathers had land, so we decided to farm. At least we are able to earn something to feed our families.
So far, over 50 million seedlings have been distributed to farmers under an initiative of Cocoa Board in a bid to maintain good yields in the farmlands across the country. However, cocoa farmers insist there are still some inherent challenges.
Every year, we must spray our farms 3 times, but we don't have the money. We also hear they are distributing fertilizers, but we, the small-scale farmers, never get some.
We
need help from government. We need money and chemicals for our crops. When they give the fertilizers to people to distribute, we don't get our portion. So we plead that the fertilizers are given to individual farmers.
Okay, that's cool. What would it do for the? This is one of the major challenges the small-scale farmers are facing because they don't have access to regular spraying of their products to apply the right pesticides. In recent times, the sector has been characterized by global price volatility. Some cocoa farmers express their opinions on the situation.
I always say that farmers are people that are being cheated in the country than anybody. Because like if you are a cash crop producer, when you produce the product, when it's come out, you cannot determine how you can, but they say this is how much you buy it. If you don't give it to them, that means you can't do it anything with the product. So definitely you have to give that. So we are just pleading that the government should use the world market price also for the farmers within the country, so that it will encourage everybody to enter into cocoa farming. Because these days I've seen that most of the youth are entering into cocoa farming, because looking at the past 3 years, the seedlings that the Ministry of Agric produce, it becomes difficult for them to even share it because people are demanding. The demand is so great that at times they have to do it twice within the season. So once we are entering into it, the youth are also entering into it, encouraging the president to increase the price for us.
Another alarming situation taking a toll on cocoa production in the country is the loss of farmlands to illegal mining. The issue is reportedly prevalent in the Ashanti, Western, Eastern and Central regions. Mr. Sylvie, another farmer, describes how he has become a victim of such circumstances.
As for the illegal mining, like our area, my area like East Achim, when you come there, especially we have 2 constituencies, the Buakwa North and then the Buakwa South. Ebuakwa North is at Tafuku Kranchimi area. For that area, we don't have the problem of illegal mining. But when you come to the Ebuakwa South, around Kibi and its environs, the illegal mining is something you can't do away with. It's very, very serious at that area. Most of our cocoa farms have been devastated, and we find it difficult to eradicate that situation. It is a very big canker that we are trying to eradicate, but we have tried all possible means. The municipality have a municipal task force. We have done our best. The regional task force has done their best. The national security has done their best, and all has been in vain. So most of our cocoa farms have been devastated. As I'm speaking to you, at my area, the farm that I used to get the award, the illegal miners are just at the boundary of that cocoa farm.
So to tackle the menace, however, the Minister Designate for the Western Region, Dr. Kweku Efriye, outlines some measures his office will initiate to combat the issue.
For example, when I hear that a farmer says somewhere and then Galamsey people come and then mine and devastate his land or his farm, that is not correct. It's the farmer who rather goes to the Galamsey and say, come and do some little prospecting whether this place is rich in gold. And then they sell it. But because cocoa farms do not bring so much income to the farmer, and most of them are old people, they are ready to let these illegals come and do the farms. So do the mining in their farms. So we have to go down first and get the primary thinking, what do you call it, right. I'm sure I do not have all the ideas, but by all means, it is an intersectorial collaboration thing. The chiefs are here. They have a huge role to play. They are listening to me because I know that, unfortunately, some of them, it's a very controversial subject. I've said, invite some of these people there and they pollute the water. Not all of them. But we have to stop this menace one way or the other.
Some school of thought advocates appropriate coexistence of cocoa production and small-scale mining based on some considerations. But research points to the fact that for some communities, some activities such as illegal mining must be completely discontinued, allowing smallholder agriculture as a main source of livelihood. So this is a seed production unit where seedlings are being nursed, soon to be distributed to farmers across the nation. Well, seeing as the cocoa industry employs about 800,000 farm families, it will be in the nation's best interest should the managers of the economy pay due attention to the sector in terms of availability of fungicides and adequate education to the farmers to boost production. Reporting for Joy News, Sheila Tamaklo. Agriculture in Ghana has been predominantly peasant over the years. Less than 15% of Ghana's farms are considered large-scale, with smallholder farming playing a crucial role not only in food production, but as a major source of income for individuals and the country as a whole. In recent years, however, there's a gradual paradigm shift from subsistence farming to commercial agri production. Inefficient traditional farming practices, however, continue to hamper this, highlighting the need for farms to adopt new and improved technologies. This in turn makes Agric Extension Services the crucial change agent for the transformation.
Extension, when we say extension these days, goes beyond just carrying scientific information from the research to the farmers and making sure that the farmers implement the new technologies and make money. It has to do with the entire value chain of production. And when we talk about the entire value chain of production, it starts from from production all the way to harvest, post-harvest, and to marketing. And so an extension agent is supposed to be able to link farmers to market sources.
Even though these Agric Extension officers have been a part of the evolution of agric production in the country, inadequate numbers leave much to be desired. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization under the UN, the ideal extension officer to farmer ratio is 1 extension officer to 500 farmers. But what is the case in Ghana? Well, it is 1 extension officer to about 3,000 farmers, way below the ideal situation. So to propel full food security under the Planting for Food and Jobs agenda, government is deploying 1,200 extension officers to help with adopting mechanized agricultural methods. But what exactly is the role of an Agric extension officer in Agric development? Joseph Teta is an extension officer in Ada. I spent some time with him and he gave me a fair idea about his job.
Yes, the role of agriculture extension officers in advancing the cause of agriculture in Ghana, in fact, is to provide technical information to the farmer, mainly from the researchers, then through the agriculture extension officers to the farmers, and then it goes to the researchers again, and then they come out with a solution. The solution, the farmer cannot understand it, so it comes to the Agric extension agent, and then the Agric extension agent will break down the information to the farmer's understanding. In fact, these are some of the things that the agriculture extensions do. Over here at Adan, we have the local organic resource which is available for the farmers is the cow dung mainly. And so about 80% of all Adan farmers apply cow dung on their farms. In fact, the farmers actually don't understand the concept so well, in that the farmers go in for the cow dung direct from the cattle ranch and then put it on the field direct. So when they put their crops on it, it goes through a process. It goes through a process on the field where heat is generated. So when you look at the other side, you see another cow dung there. You see that when that one is plowed into the soil, it will start decaying, decomposing, and so heat will be generated in the soil. And when you don't take care and the rain fails and there is heat in the soil, you are likely to lose your crops.
Effective extension services or technology transfer is a complex process that also requires proper communication channels. The extension officers use various delivery mechanisms to reach farmers.
First of all, there are farmers that are early adopters. For them, whenever there's a new technology in place, they will want to practice it. They want to test it. And they are always few. They are about 5% of the farmer population. Then we have the second level adopters. Then we have that way to the last adopters that we call laggards. For them will not give chance. They will always want to wait till the last minute to make sure that what you are telling them will bring the right results. They are not ready to give out chances. And so it depends on how you carry the message to them.
If you want to disseminate information, you inform them, like today, you inform them today that you'll be coming there tomorrow for a meeting. And so tomorrow you give them time. Around that time, the entire community will meet, waiting. So you go there, you talk at length with them about their challenges, the way forward, and then the techniques you have brought to them. And then we have also where we go to one farmer, one extension officer.
When well applied, scientific advice from extension officers can boost yields. For instance, maize cultivation in Ghana was dominated by unimproved variety, whose yield potentials were less than 1 ton per hectare, but now hovers around 1.9 tons per hectare. And the situation is not much different for many other crops. Ben Kanati is a rice farmer.
When the extension services come, they show us agronomic practices. They teach us agronomic practices. If formerly we can use 1 bag to broadcast rice on 1 acre field, but when they came, they taught us that we should nurse the rice. So I can use 25 kilos to plant even 2 acres. So if you nurse it, you can transplant it with 2 acres. If you transplant, you adopt the new technology, you have more yield. Yes, the yield increases. Like formerly, if you harvest 1 acre rice, sometimes you get about 12 bags. But now, you can get about 20 bags maximum. Take it 20 bags. But you can get more than even 20 bags. But the maximum is 20.
First, if I plant maize, I normally plant only maize. But now, throughout my farm record taking, and their help also, I know if I plant even groundnut into this maize inside, I can even have the groundnut and have the maize also.
The story is, however, different for farmers without access to extension services due to the inadequate number of extension officers.
Yeah, we don't normally used to harvest more because like you invest much into it, but you not harvest anything. You just harvest something little. Yeah, those are some of the challenges that we normally face. And because the land will lose its fertility, small time you can see that the land is weeding and all those things because there's no much this nutrient in the soil for this in the crop to grow. It normally used to grow bushes. Yeah.
In Ghana, agricultural extension is still largely the responsibility of the government through the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. George Odro is the Deputy Minister for Agriculture.
You see, we decided to attach the extension officers to the farmers to give them the technical know-how, how to even the application of these agrochemicals and others. So the ministry took it upon themselves and then visited the Agric colleges, 5 Agric colleges, and engaged them to give us 1,200 Agric students who have just left the school and they are home. So now we are engaging them. This program, in total, we need about 4,000 in the system. In addition to the 2,400 that we have already. So they are going to work together to help the farmers for this particular program. So the 1,200 plus the 2,400, that gives about 3,600. So next year, we will also engage another 400 or more.
But extension services in Ghana is bedeviled by several problems as identified by Joseph.
The challenges are quite numerous, but let me mention a few. One is that we the extension officers, we are very few. When you come to my district like this, we have only about 6 extension agents on the field who are supposed to take care of about 32 operational areas. And so, in fact, we cannot actually cover the whole place. And secondly, we don't have even the means to go to the field.
Another challenge is the perceived top-to-down and pro-urban approach in delivering extension services. It is believed that extension officers tend to pay more attention to progressive farmers to the total neglect of poorer smallholder farmers. Deputy Agric Minister George Odro, however, says this will soon be a thing of the past.
Okay, now what we have done now, I don't know whether you saw it in the dailies. We are going to procure 3,000 motorbikes for now, which we are going to give it to the extension officers. What we are doing now is that we've asked the farmers to register.
So that gives us an idea of the current state of Ghana's agric sector.